technical rating, I give Forrest Gump a 9 out of 10.
Yeah, I gave it a 9 as well.
Yeah.
I love it. I think just the mouth is kind of the only thing that really pegs it down to a 9.
It's 1994.
It is.
I honestly, there's a lot of effects that I'm like, I'm not sure there are many effects houses doing it any better today, 30 years later.
It is.
So
it looks real good.
They were pioneering technology and like really doing a pretty seamless job.
Yeah.
I don't know why I don't give this movie a 10 out of 10 technically. Technically, it's like it's about as well constructed as it. Maybe I'll give it a 9.5 because I said 9. I'm gonna bump it up to 9.5.
I'm gonna bump it up too because I kind of agree with you. Like it's just barely. Yeah. I'm gonna do that too.
The ending. I'll give this movie a 10.
I gave it a 10 as well.
Yeah.
Just that scene, those two scenes, and just the fact. Yeah, it hits it for me. 10 for sure.
Yeah, rewatchability. I'm gonna do 9.5, and I don't even know why I'm docking the 0.5. I don't even know what.
I'm doing a 10. I'm doing a 10 because I can rewatch. I can rewatch this movie a ton. It is a little long, but I can rewatch it anytime. You can pick up wherever it is, and you know where you are, and it's fun to watch. And I quote it like crazy.
I'm always seeing news because there's so much movie, and because the movie's so dense. I'm always seeing new stuff. I'm always picking up new things. So the rewatchability is definitely there. Cultural relevance. This movie was huge in 1994, and it is still discussed today. I'll give it a 9 on its effect on culture. That's
what I gave it as well. It had a huge impact. It still has an impact today. It has influenced a lot, right? But yeah, it was a big one.
Yeah, and subjective score, I'm doing a 9. And that's just my own personal thing of being like, there are movies that are like 10 out of 10s for me. And I don't know. Forrest Gump might be on my top 100 favorite list movies of all time.
Right.
I don't know. Man, maybe I should just give it a 10, but I'm going to give it a 9 just because I don't know.
I gave it a 10. And 10s, I think, are my favorite movies. Yeah. However many that may be, I think just are either the most impactful for me as a person and just some of the movies that I enjoy the most. And I think this is one that I really do enjoy. It's a great, and after watching it this time too, is like, wow, what a movie. Like, it is a great movie. So
yeah, I'm going to enjoy watching Forrest Gump for the rest of my life, I think. And I'm going to keep seeing new things and finding new layers. And, I'm really excited for our next week conversation because there's a lot. I haven't seen the movie yet, and I'm trying to withhold judgment, and I don't want to look at any reviews, but I do have a lot of thoughts on certain aspects of Robert Zemeckis' film career. So we are going to be talking about Here next week, which is Robert Zemeckis' new film starring Tom Hanks and Robin Wright. It's this team from Forrest Gump getting back together. I will say that what I do know is the movie is not being very well reviewed. And I'm not going to look at those reviews. I'm not going to try to take that into the theater with me, but I just will say that Zemeckis sort of has, and he speaks about this in interviews extensively, that his obsession with digital filmmaking is that like he doesn't have to deal with any of the problems of production. He can control all of the elements, like when he's making a movie like Beowulf or The Polar Express, or and I don't know, like what's weird is like objectively his most famous movies and most beloved movies are movies that had really fraught processes. Back to the Future had a they had to reshoot the movie because they cast the wrong guy as the lead. Who Framed Roger Rabbit was like, it's insane that movie got made. It's and Forrest Gump, as we've talked about throughout this episode, like almost didn't happen so many times for so many different reasons, almost got shut down. And I think that there's something about conflict that breeds really successful and kind of timeless art. And I think what's happened in Zemeckis' career as he's aged is like, he's become more obsessed with just like a perfect process that has no problems, and I'm like, I think your movies do better when you have to struggle a little bit more to get them made. Now, I don't know that I might go see Here and love it. So
the one that I completely agree. Zemeckis takes big swings, which I appreciate. Many, many times he strikes out, but I appreciate that he does that and he takes chances. I will say no matter how good the movie is, I'm trying to also just kind of have low expectations. It's always good to have low expectations for movies. But I will say, here is one of the best trailers I have seen in a long time. And it might be one of the best trailers I've ever seen, like in the top 20 or something. But the trailer for here, if you have not seen it, you should go watch it. I was blown away by the trailer. Now we'll see how the movie is, but at least the trailer is good, and it's a great trailer. So there you go. So we got
excited to see. So we'll kind of do Robert Zemeckis, Tom Hanks, and Robin Wright Part 2 on next week's episode.
Part 2.
Yeah, Part 2. Folie à deux.
Folie à deux.
Forrest Gump. Folie à deux.
Yeah.
Let us know what you think about Forrest Gump. If you hung out with us for the entirety of this episode, give us a like, share, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. We're trying to get this show, rolling. Thanks for watching.
Yeah.
And being here with us. And we'll see you on the next one. Until then, take care and goodbye.
See you next time.